Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Huddle Podcast. My name is Aneesh.
And I'm Temi.
Welcome in. Welcome into the penultimate episode, I believe, of the season. It's the finals week. We're here, baby. We made it.
Yeah, it's been a long season.
It has.
Almost over.
But
kind of sad, kind of sweet.
We have a lot to look forward to for this week, though, because spoilers. The finals are matchup against of us. We're facing off against each other.
Yeah, the Huddle Super Bowl. Fantasy Huddle Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's huddle up and let's get ready for the show. We're going to do a quick recap of this past week. Toilet Bowl. The controversial Toilet Bowl because it's a week early. And then the semis, and then just talking about our matchup in the finals. So yeah, should we get started?
Let's get rock and roll.
You want? Let's start at the Toilet Bowl. Mike was the highest scorer of the week. 183 points. That was honestly, I did not.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's Justin Jefferson went off. But yeah, our champion from last year, Max, got last place this year, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah. And just before we move on, I think we should add the 5th place, 6th place matchup because I think that was decided also.
Yeah, sure.
So we can talk about that after the toilet bowl and kind of just go from there. But yes, Mike's team, I think we all knew that Mike has a pretty solid team, and we're just lucky to make the playoffs because things turned around during the playoffs, and if he did, he would have destroyed all of us in the playoffs and made it out.
But he got 96 points in the first round, so he would have lost.
Okay, yeah.
It's a very boom or bust team. Crazy.
Yeah, very streaky
literally
team.
Improved his output by 100%. From the first week.
I'm very, it's insane. If you look at this team, though, I'm kind of surprised he didn't make the playoffs with this team. I think it's just because of the injuries. He waited, he lingered on the injured players too much and relied on making a comeback late in the season that he just didn't make.
I mean, Darnold is a great quarterback. He's really reviving his career this year, but I think he originally planned for Dak, and Dak got hurt.
Yeah.
And his running backs are a little weak, in my opinion.
Traded for Nico that got injured.
What?
Traded for Nico that got injured.
Yeah, Nico, yeah.
I mean, his running backs are not that weak, considering the year Chuba Hubbard has been having. But they're not, there's no, solid set and forget RB1. They're set and forget running backs, but there's no that top tier running back.
Chuba, let's go back this past 5 weeks. Chuba had 15 points and then 2 points, 20 points and then 8 points, and now 32 points.
And then it's gonna have 10 points based on the trend. But great season for him though.
Chuba as your RB1.
Yeah, but great season for him though. He's exceeded expectations.
Absolutely.
For this fantasy season.
Deserved to have an extension.
Aaron Jones on the other hand, I guess Aaron Jones has been consistent out between numbers. It hasn't been that bad. Consistent.
Yeah, a good RB2. Yeah, I don't know. It's just this team just kind of fell apart. Sam Laporta's he started getting hot too late for him.
Yeah, definitely. Sam Laporta is reviving his season slowly.
Yeah,
but unfortunately for most people, a little too late.
And then on Max's side, this team is literally depressing.
Yeah. I thought this team was done from halfway through the season.
I think my preseason prediction about Garrett Wilson is right.
Yep. stand corrected. You were right.
He's
It
very
didn't.
mid or not in the upper
Yeah,
echelon.
yeah. And also, Rogers is partly to be blamed for that. I don't know. The Jets just had so much drama. Like
Yeah.
it's so like it's so bad when you have drama and you don't have any wins. It just makes things way
Hmm.
worse. Way worse. If you have drama and you're winning, you know, people like everyone people get over it and move on
Yeah.
as long as it translates to wins. But when you have drama, you're losing and you have an aging quarterback, a team in New York City, which is a big market, lots of media attention, and you don't get wins. It's just everyone is gonna struggle.
Yeah.
And the addition of Devante Adams has definitely significantly impacted Garrett Wilson's fantasy production,
Adams is the first guy he looks to.
as we all expected.
Yeah. I
But
was nervous. I was facing against Adams.
you know what?
I was facing against a team that has Adams.
Was that
Max.
did yeah, Max had Adams. You thought he was gonna go for another 40 burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was facing him in another league too. Where was that? He did alright. 18 went off. I mean he did James put up this week. Okay.
James, I think, also lost this week.
Yeah.
Because Sid, shout out Sid. Sid got 171 points.
Yeah. Moving into our next matchup. Yeah. You have anything else to say on the toilet bowl before we move on?
Uh, I think the running backs that Max Blanche drafted to be so good let him down. I mean, Pacheco got hurt. You can't blame him, but he's not the
Mixon.
same anymore. He doesn't look the same, at least. He looks very slow, at least.
Which is expected. Like I don't think Pacheco was the one that let him down though. I think Mixon is the one that let him
Yeah,
down this week.
Mixon has been kind of. He hasn't been as dominant recently.
Yeah. I own him in another league and he's been subpar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a poorly drafted team, I got to say. I think he had two quarterbacks. He did I think he did
Yeah.
Purdy and Caleb back to back. He had to undraft, but still.
Yeah. Didn't he drop Purdy? Now Purdy last I guess he doesn't have him anymore. Yeah, it's just like from the draft night, I definitely questioned the team
Some
he
of his
drafted,
decisions. Yeah.
but I also did the same last year. Then he won, so I was like, maybe I should shut up. I don't
I
know what I'm
completely
talking
forgot
about.
about Travis Etienne. I forgot about him.
Biggest bust,
Yeah.
but
Easily.
that's for next episode.
Yeah. All
So
right, yeah,
yeah,
that's about it.
it's so sad where what happened. I can't even explain what happened with him. Well, anyways, that wraps it for Toilet Bro. Let's talk about our um fifth and
Middle tier.
sixth.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, the two matchups with like the new and
Lance.
Lance and Sid and
James.
James. Yep.
Let's start with Daniil and Lance,
Yeah.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's do that.
so Daniil pulled it off. Lance's team is still very hot, over 130 points. It's just, uh, I don't know. He definitely had a good team this year. I take everything back.
Yeah.
Whatever I said
You
about
know,
him.
the first week when we were picking like potential like top teams favorites and
Yeah.
stuff, I think I picked Tory, but like Lance was definitely a close second for me when I was doing that assessment, and I thought, oh, like this is a pretty solid team, and like obviously it started off slow,
Yeah.
which made me a little like because then like you add him as your like least favorite. I think if you look back in the episode, you can see my surprise to
Yeah.
your take on that, and I mean neither of us was like necessarily right or wrong, but Lance's team was just unpredictable. I guess I think that's the best way to wrap it up. But he did a good job going like sending the right lineups and making
Hmm.
like the right moves to keep his team afloat and make it into the playoffs. It's just honestly just got unlucky. Lance was a
Yeah.
team that if he was still in the playoffs, definitely a force to reckon with.
I faced him. That was a stressful last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Came down to Keenan versus Brock Bowers, and
And Brock Bowers this week got 21 points. So
yeah, because they were trying to fit him together 1,000 yard season.
oh
So
yeah,
annoying, which directly impacted Jacoby.
yeah.
That's a different
And
conversation.
on Daniil's side, uh, I think Brian Thomas Jr. might be. Is it a bold statement to say is he the best rookie wide receiver of this year for fantasy?
No,
He's currently wide receiver 6
it's not a
this
bold
season.
decision, but I don't think he is the current. I don't think he is the best one. No, no shade to him. I just think Neighbors is just on a
Offense.
bad team.
Yeah.
Like that's I think that's what the difference here. Like a very like obviously the Jaguars are now winning, but they still have a decent offense. Like Mike
Hmm.
Jones is not a great QB, but he's way better than whatever the Giants have going on. And also
Yeah.
this game also they fed Brian Thomas Jr. just because he was also chasing that 1,000 yard season as a rookie. So they kept dumping it to him, but he made better production out of it than Brock Bowers did.
Hmm.
Uh, but I still think the best rookie wide receiver this season is Malik Neighbors, based off like talent alone. And if you give him, if someone that like if you give him like a Joe Burrow, he's not
Hmm.
gonna be quite Jamar Chase, but he's pretty high up there in terms of like what he can produce.
Yeah. Talent wise, Neighbors is definitely. Yeah, I
We'll
don't
see
know.
what
Different
we'll see what
offenses,
happens in
different
the draft.
situations. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Like Saquon is a good example of that. Right
Yeah.
when he was on the Giants, he was okay, he was good, but
And
like
now he's killing it.
now he's phenomenal because of the team he's on. So situations help. But the crazy thing about this matchup is lucky. Like I think if I face anyone on your side of the bracket, I won't even be in the playoffs right now. Like I've been lucky on the side of the bracket I've been
Yeah,
on.
this it's
Like
crazy
all this,
how high scoring that side is. That my side is.
yeah. Like everyone's just going off. Like
Yeah.
it's just making me feel like get the imposter syndrome with my team. But that's what fantasy is sometimes. Yeah, where like you need to be on the right side of the bracket, have luck on your
Hmm.
side, and who knows? Like on the last week, just
I
get
was
lucky.
I was hoping for Daniil to beat Max because I thought
It
he
was a
would be an
better
easier
matchup.
matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Max system is good.
Yeah, definitely. And then to touch on Sid and James, um, shout out Sid, 171 points.
Yeah,
Jonathan
first
Taylor had a
went
historic performance.
bizarre,
Historic. Yeah.
and so the trade finally kind of paid off with
Debo.
Debo.
Yeah.
Debo finally, yeah,
Honestly, Kareem played pretty decent too. Kareem Hunt
Kareem Kareem Hunt's play. Oh, he did.
on the
I didn't
bench.
even. I forgot about Kareem Hunt since Pacheco came back. Uh, yeah, it's just. I mean, it's. I think he was perfect with this lineup set. No, if he played Hunt instead of Pollard, it'd have been like
Yeah.
the peak efficiency. Well, I guess Goff over Mahomes. So, but yeah, his team showed out. James, unfortunately, just even with A Chain putting up 31 points, James still only had 121 points.
Yep.
Unfortunate,
James,
very
James,
unfortunate.
James. Yeah, DK Metcalf is
Terry,
clearly not the wide receiver one on his team anymore.
no, I think Jimba's taking over, and
Yeah.
DK. I think his contract is almost up, eligible for a trade or something. I know they were talking about trading him, so that'll be interesting to see what happens in the offseason with DK Metcalf.
James, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry for your injuries this year, but you did the best you could.
Yeah, honestly, he tried to make it work. He's just very
Yeah.
unlucky. Did honestly did better than a lot of people would have done with the one mistake he made. That's powering a niche to the final right now. Without a exception of outside of that mistake, you pretty much did
I,
everything you
s-
could have
I
done.
would not have made it past the first and second round without
It's
Keenan.
crazy how one move
Yeah.
can dictate a fantasy. Like honestly, similar to like your third championship with AJ Brown being dropped and you picking it
Mm-hmm.
up, you've capitalized on people making silly mistake and
You
being
just
rash
gotta,
on their
yeah,
decisions.
you gotta
Yeah,
be ready.
but I think if James left Keenan, he probably would have beat me in our first round.
Maybe.
Maybe not because you'll have substituted one of his wide receiver points, and I think you'll have been close, but maybe still have lost. I don't know how many points I beat him by.
You beat him by 23 points.
So yeah, it
So
wasn't. So you'd have had to substitute some of the points from
yeah,
his. Yeah, that one that saved him, but
no,
you definitely would have been eliminated because, well, maybe not definitely.
no, I would have. I had no. I had the perfect lineup last week against
Okay,
Lance, and that was the only lineup that beat Lance, possibly.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So you,
then
yeah,
this week,
Lance.
this week I had some people on my bench who were decent, like Jalen McMillan. Um, that's basically it. But I wouldn't have won against Max without Keenan. No
Yeah,
chance. Absolutely not chance.
yeah. So yeah, you just it came down to that one move that James did not do. So
Yeah,
just
let's.
to honestly, the worst part wasn't like dropping Keenan Allen. I understand giving up on Keenan Allen because of what's
His
happened over the
production.
beginning of the season,
Yeah.
but giving him up for Mike Williams was the craziest. It's like, you know what? I need to make a move. And it was for Mike Williams. If it was for like someone else, even if it was like someone like Cedric Tillman, that would
Hmm.
have been a little bit more understandable. But I think we beat a dead horse here. I don't want to keep bringing this up with James. More of the story, kudos to James. Great season. He just made one bad move that is the
La-
engine to Anish's playoff run.
Last thing about Allen, I'm just reading a stat on the Sleeper app. Over the last 5 games, he has 5 touchdowns, ranking as the overall wide receiver 6 in PPR leagues. And he has just 3.2 fewer fantasy points than Jamar Chase in those past 5 weeks as well. And ranks ahead of like AJ Brown, Amon Ra, JSN, Evans. He's
Mm,
literally he's vital to my
eh,
league, to my team.
Yeah, a very, very good player. I definitely capitalized on someone else making that same mistake in another league too.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I didn't do the same in this league. If I did, I wouldn't even question my flex would be set and forget. My team would just be. I just didn't have to think about it. But that's fantasy football. Good job, James. So I think. Uh, so now is the new versus Sid. Oh, for the
Yeah,
for the
fifth and
fifth
sixth.
place. That's actually that's lucky a good matchup because these two guys have
Yeah.
they're like best friends, but they be they're frenemies when it comes to fantasy. And the new the new NC that has been talking a lot of smack, but the new started it by by his
Dude.
appearance on the podcast. That Sid
Yeah.
heard him saying, "You know what? I'm fine. If Sid is still in this league, I know I won't finish last place." But most of them
We'll
made it into
see.
playoffs,
We'll
and
see who
now we'll
gets.
see. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about who gets the last laugh. This honestly, this fantasy season have been about storylines and I like it. It's good
Yeah.
storylines. You and Lance, the new NCA, like me and you making it into the final, like the final. Ori making
Yeah.
his finals, like his playoff first playoff
Semis.
appearance. and
Semi,
making it all the way
yeah.
to the semis. Lee as having like a crazy dominant team that he pretty much drafted from day one. So it's been a lot of good storylines this season for sure.
Yeah. Should we move on to semi
Yeah,
matchups?
let's move on to the semifinal rounds.
All right. We've kind of like talked about this already, but I faced Max on the top side of the bracket. It was a 1v5 matchup, but obviously seeds don't matter as much. But yeah, so I won 162 points to 151 points to Max. And Max, if you're hearing this, I don't know if you're hearing this. You're probably not hearing this, but I just want to play, give you an applause for the season. I know you don't really pay attention to the teams or the like NFL in general, but you prove that you're better than like majority of the people in our league consistently. You make the playoffs every year essentially. So
Yeah, he
it
drafts
was
a
scary
very
going against you. I'll be honest.
yeah. He's every year drafts good teams,
Yeah,
great teams. This year even made some like decent like moves on the waiver
dude.
to keep his
Oh my
team afloat.
gosh, I have. To, I forgot about this. I got so lucky this week. I think I would have lost if James Conner didn't get hurt.
Yeah, James
Ja-
Conner was on
James
fire.
Conner had 25 points in halftime,
Yeah,
and then third quarter started. He had one really big run and then got hurt.
yeah, yeah. That's very unlucky. But like 26 points is still very high production.
Yeah, it's very high, but
He could
he could
have
have gotten
maybe do.
more.
He could have gotten more. He could have gotten less. A lot of things could have happened. Um, Jaden Daniels helped you out a lot with
For
his five
sure.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
And I don't know, game script kind of fell in your favor here for that one. With
yeah.
Jalen Hurts going down and a couple of Eagles defensive players being ejected or injured. So that
Sa-
was timing
Saquon had a big game that game,
in
but
the first half.
in the first half, yeah, exactly. Second half, they really was stacking the box and forcing Kenny Pickett to like
To throw,
throw it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's
So
that's what happens when Jalen is not there.
yeah,
Because unless if Jalen was there, Saquon could have had 3-4 touchdowns.
yeah. That's another way I got lucky there too.
Yeah. Yeah. So fantasy football comes down to luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking on this side of the bracket from my side, I was like, honestly, it doesn't even matter who wins this matchup to me because whoever wins it, my team is gonna have to show up big time to have a
Would you
chance
rather have
anyway.
wanted to face me or Max?
I did not care, honestly.
You
I was
didn't
just
care.
like, I was looking at it, I was like these two teams are stacked. It was gonna come down to like whoever I faced in the final. It was just gonna come down to whoever team show up.
Yeah,
I just,
McBride was a bust this week. He needs.
yeah,
I can't.
he
I
let me
can't
down.
afford that.
Let me down in another league. But I
He has
mean,
one more week to prove me right about the
he's
touchdowns.
proved you right for like 14 weeks out of the
That's true.
16. So I
I need that
I won't
touchdown though.
I won't. Do you though?
Touchdown.
Like it's been pretty decent. Would you rather him have touchdown and score less than 10 points, or no touchdown and score more points?
No, I don't think. I think I'd rather have his usual production and then touchdown.
Getting greedy here.
Yeah.
Yeah, down week for him. I think after Kyler's statement, everyone maybe the Panthers just game plan for McBride.
No,
I
I
didn't
was
watch the
watching
game.
this game. He was wide. I blame Kyler. Kyler was forcing passes left and right to Marvin, to Michael Wilson. Who the heck is Michael Wilson for fantasy? I don't
Yeah,
know.
in fantasy, Michael Wilson is actually a guy that I thought would have him and Jaleel McLaughlin. I thought like maybe this year would have been that they established themselves as like flex players or something, but they haven't done anything.
The way the Cardinals play is they have like their wide receivers run like the creative plays, like deep, whatever. And McBride is always like the safety blanket for him to dump it off, or he runs those plays too. And majority of the time, he was the safety blanket this week, and he just didn't throw it to him. It was so frustrating. I was like
Yeah.
looking at the TV. I was like, he's wide open. Just literally just make the pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
This game was on Kyler. 100%. This game was on Kyler. The
Yeah.
loss.
They destroy their chances of making the playoffs. I think
They
for
have to reevaluate the
the
quarterback.
Rams are the Rams are running away with the division with the Seahawks last
Rams are
also.
pretty good.
Yeah, the Rams are
Pretty scary.
they're very good football team.
Good running game. Really good passing game.
Yeah, for fantasy purposes, Cooper Cup winners, and I'm not happy right now.
Cooper Cup is clearly second fiddle to Puka Nakua.
Yeah, but you never know though. But it could revive any time of the
That's true.
any game. Like it's not like I know it's that bad production, but like it's not benchable yet. Similar to Tyreek, but
Yeah.
that's a preview for we'll discuss that more in our next
Yeah, we
matchup.
can move on to the next one though.
Yeah, but quickly let's just wrap up on this one. Definitely Max, great season. Absolutely phenomenal. Hands down. If he had a different seed, could be the one in the final right
There was
now.
like a moment in the early when the game started on Sunday, the 1 p.m. games, where he had James Conner, Saquon Barkley, Calvin Ridley, and Devontae Adams. 4 players scored touchdowns back to back in 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
his projections were like 170 at that point. I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, I thought he was gonna win after like the hot start he did, but your
Yeah.
team was not going out without swinging, and you got. I think there was one drive that Keenan Allen just got fed
Yeah.
with Chicago, and that just powered you back into the
Keenan
matchup.
Allen might be like a garbage time merchant, but I don't care.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like even the games he's at 20 points in, there were games that like Chicago was down, and he just Caleb just feeds him in that slow position. Okay.
We'll see. Hopefully, one more.
Yeah.
Week.
Yeah. And the final matchup in the round 2.
Yes, Temi and Ori.
This, I can
away.
just give you my take in what was going through my mind in this game. I'll say I was feeling good with the Thursday night game. The way things started with like my 2 guys that were going with Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews. That Mark Andrews touchdown, I was feeling good. Derrick Henry, the game he had without even scoring a touchdown, I was cautiously optimistic, and I was feeling great. And I was like, you know what, everyone else just have to do what they can do. And obviously, Ori also started off slow with Conkley only had 14 points. I was like, okay, that's like in million expectations. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But Kelsey was the decider for me because I know Travis Kelsey at the most random time could go off. He hasn't done it yet this season, but I was like,
he is.
It could be today. But he was facing Houston. It was apparently great against tight ends.
Yeah.
He did have 5 receptions, but only 30 yards. I really thought, it's possible. It's definitely possible for Travis Kelsey, but he only had 8 points. And my kicker also went by, I think, Thursday night, before Sunday, and had 12 points. So I was like, I was like, oh, like, we're in a good position. It's not great, but we're in good position. Then going into Sunday, things are starting to move. Then I got a notification that Jalen Hurts got injured. That's when I was like, that's when I went down bad. I was like, no, because I know REC has a lot of players who go in the afternoon session, most especially Josh Allen. And Josh Allen has put up like 40 points like in the past 3 weeks. over
Best
30
case scenario
points.
for you.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm screwed. If Jalen is down, like, I'm not gonna have any fighting chance against Josh Allen. So, but Jalen, honestly, being the warrior that he is, the fact that he scored 4.5 fantasy points only from one drive
Yeah.
is pretty impressive. And I think he was due for a big game against
He
Washington
looked,
because
yeah.
yeah, he was rushing a lot. He was gonna throw the ball like he was gonna be dynamic.
Yeah.
And when I saw that like he was concussed, first it was like oh checking being evaluated for concussion. Then he was
Hmm.
back on the sideline with his helmet. Then he had to go to the locker room. Didn't come out of the locker room for like I don't know 30 minutes. I was like okay this is done. Then
Yeah, he did.
got ruled out. So I was I was like down bad. Then the afternoon sessions game started, and all these guys just started getting touchdowns. Like
Yeah.
Stevenson got a touchdown on the first drive. Then like Tyreek, then JSN started us slow. JSN and Tyreek started us slow, but JSN just picked it up. And like before I knew it, JSN was in the 20-point range, and I was like, oh. So my eyes were like glued to that like Seattle game and also like kind of watching the Dolphins game on the side. Well, shout out to Devon A. Chain for ripping that 50 yards touchdown that didn't
Yeah.
allow Tyreek to score more points. But that afternoon session, I was like, oh, this is
Stress.
this is getting hot. Then my guy Jacoby Myers, my flex player, that
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, like Jacoby had a rough week last week. This week, Aiden O'Connell is back. It might be better. I very low production, very very low production. So I was like, oh, well, I'm screwed. But thankfully, RS team only put up 116 heading into like I have my defense to go. Also, like the Bengals defense, I know they were playing Cleveland, about 17 points. I guess
Yeah.
like I was like, come on. So that that had me nervous. Then we went into Monday night. I knew I had like the matchup was great for me with the Packers playing the Saints and there's no
Hmm.
Derek Carr, no Alvin Kamara. I didn't really think the Saints were gonna do anything, but I needed 7 points, and it's easy for a defense to not get 7 points, but to get lower than 7 points. The Packers do have a great defense, though, so I was a little comfortable, but cautious. I was cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Then they shut out the Saints, and it was just over by the
No.
fourth
Yeah. The
quarter. I was just
Saints.
like,
I knew you were
you
gonna
know,
win. I
yeah.
was 100% confident.
Yeah, I mean,
This,
I was highly,
the Saints have nobody on offense. Nobody.
yeah,
Like, who
yeah.
do they
That's kind
have?
of sad. It's kind of sad to watch them. I
that
didn't
that
watch the
was
game, but
that was just a boring game, one sided.
very one sided. And I mean, I think the Packers definitely wanted to clinch that playoff spot,
Yeah.
so they showed no mercy, and that's what I was riding on. I was riding on the momentum for the Packers to show no mercy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good matchup though.
Yeah,
Ori's team definitely underperformed a little bit, um, which is unfortunate for him, but lucky for you.
yeah. I think Ari's biggest Ari quick job this season,
Yeah.
phenomenal job putting this team together. But his biggest disappointment, which was out of his control, was Tyreek Hill.
He's not the
Tyreek,
same.
yeah, never picked it up. I don't know what's happening, but he's
He apparently has
he's
a wrist injury. He needs surgery.
damn. Yeah, he's. But they're
Yeah.
flying. They're finding. Are they? They're definitely seeing the playoff race, right?
I think they're in the hunt. It's not looking good. But
It's not
yeah.
looking good. Yeah, and they're on the outside looking in. Uh, yeah, it's just Tyreek has struggled, unfortunately, and
Mhm.
looking at like I think the David Montgomery injury came at the right time for me
Yeah, that
because
would
if
have
Monty wasn't injured, that would have changed the story,
definitely.
and obviously Josh Allen, if he performed to expectations, like I would have lost this matchup.
Yeah, if
So
Josh Allen got like 10 more points, you would have
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
Oh wow,
So
that's crazy. The
back to back,
margins.
back to back lucky week for me. I
Mhm.
had some misfortune. with Jalen Hurts, but
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out on Tyrone Tracy too.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if he exited the game or what's going on. But
It said he aggravated his ankle injury.
yeah, he had an ankle injury going into this week also. If Tyrone Tracy is out, I'm pretty much done. I can see the smoke on your face. You're like, if Tyrone Tracy is out, I'm pretty much done. So I might as well end the trophy. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna for me to have a chance against you. I'm gonna have to make some management decisions if I'm gonna have a chance. Just to have a chance, you definitely like. I still believe in my team, but I think you're on the right. You're on the up.
You have 8 wide receivers on your team. Holy crap!
You know this. You've known this. You've talked about this before. You know this.
That's 50% of your roster.
That's fine. I mean, Nick Chubb got injured, and then
Yeah, Chubb getting hurt was unfortunate. That's tough.
But it happens. Yes, with the punches.
All right, should we look ahead to the finals?
Let's preview the third place game real quick.
Max and Ori.
Yeah. Who do you think is winning this? I think Max. Max just has.
If Max continues his scoring production for the past 2 weeks, and if he wasn't facing me, he would have been in the finals.
Yeah.
He had 180 points round 1, 150 points round 2. That's really good.
I think he has guys that can show up. He has good players. And Ori has injuries. Ori
doesn't have Kenneth Walker this week.
Yeah, and Davey Monty is out. It's
for sure Max. I'd be very surprised if he loses.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised too. So.
Honestly, Max might not have James Conner. So here, actually, I take that back. It might not be as dominant of a victory. He has Amir Abdullah or Tyjae Spears, though.
Yeah, they've been decent.
Spears has been pretty good.
Yeah, because Sonny Pollard is just sucking.
Yeah. Interesting to see his fantasy stock for next year.
But that was supposed to be this year too, though. I guess it was Pollard's first year in Tennessee. Unfortunate to see how downward Tony Pollard went after that amazing season he had.
Did you want to know something that's something I still regret to this day?
What?
I drafted Chase Brown, and I dropped him.
Yeah. I guess you're not perfect either. You made it.
If I kept Chase Brown, oof.
I should have picked up Chase Brown. That's what I should have. I don't think I had a chance because did you even use a waiver on him?
Vinny used it.
Yeah,
so I dropped Chase Brown when he had like 3 points or 8 points. What the fuck? I dropped him so early. Damn it. Yeah, that was not a good look on me. I should have kept him.
But you got killing.
Yeah.
The universe balanced itself out for you. You said, you dropped him after week 2?
I don't know when I dropped him. I don't remember.
Let's see.
That's not usually
you dropped him
me
August. You dropped him September 17th.
Damn.
You dropped him early.
I think I was nervous because my team was not performing well.
And Vinny just added him from waivers. Yeah, I think we both started the season off rough. You're in the lower part of the standings.
Yeah.
That's when you
I should have had more patience. It's okay. Still in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. But yeah, I think Lee has the upper edge on Ori. Has the momentum.
I think so too, for sure.
All right, finals preview. Fantasy Huddle final.
Yeah, Super Bowl. This was destined to happen at some point.
Yeah, it was very fitting. I'd say good teams. You have the edge on matchups and trend right now. I definitely have some like heavy hitters that
Mm-hmm.
could swing the matchup one way or the other. So do you. So it's just gonna come down to whose team show up here.
Yeah.
It should be a good matchup. It should be a good matchup for sure.
Yeah, I wish Sleeper shows the matchup look ahead. Let me pull it up. Yeah, you have the Rams are facing who are the Rams facing?
Arizona.
Arizona. They have a soft defense. So Puka could definitely do well, I would
But
say.
it's not going.
It's not
Arizona is
going.
fifth.
Oh, is
It's
it? Are
15th.
they? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. What
Yeah.
about who are the Bengals facing again?
Denver. So
Oh,
Patrick
Pat
Sutton
Surtain.
is
Oh,
definitely gonna
okay.
be sticking chase the entire
All right.
game.
I definitely have the advantage.
You have the matchup advantage.
Yeah, matchup advantage. Yeah.
And honestly, this is what it comes down to in fantasy sometimes, that matchups. And
And the Ravens are
uh,
facing Texans, as you said,
yeah, so
and
that's another matchup advantage.
Phillies
A
facing Dallas.
disadvantage for me.
So
If,
Jalen Hurts could have a good game if he's healthy.
if he's healthy, yeah. That's the thing. The
And
question is
then
the
your flex
concussion
decision.
protocol.
Yeah.
The flex decision. Honestly, I don't think the flex maybe it could be. Honestly, it could be what makes or break me. But the flex decision is something I'll have to like think about. Um,
Yeah.
I just I don't know. It's just maybe I'll just go wildcard and play Michael Pittman.
Who are the Colts facing?
I'm not playing Michael Pittman. I can't do that. They're playing the Giants. Even if he goes off, I won't blame myself. Even if he goes off and have an amazing game, I won't blame myself for benching him. There's not like it would be like a massive risk where
Yeah.
there's no sign that showed upside that it might be a swing for that flex decision. So can't play him. DeAndre Hopkins could be considered.
Mm-hmm.
Myers, obviously, Odunze, heavy consideration for him. And yeah, the other two guys, Jacoby Myers I mean, and Daniel Mooney.
It's
Maybe
gonna
I'll just
be.
go with Ravens tight end stack. Who knows?
That's a lot of. That's tomorrow.
I
You can
know.
win or lose. Literally tomorrow.
No, I can't justify paying both of them. Even if they
Yeah.
both do well, I can't. That'd be dumb decision. Yeah, I'll have to dig deep here and try to make the right moves for my team. The funny thing is, like, even like doing my fantasy matchup with Ari, I was just like, don't even look at it. Let's win this matchup first before before thinking about what's gonna happen next week. I knew next week was gonna be kind of ugly. Just like that Jalen injury alone had me concerned.
That was unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. So, but we shall see how things play out. Let's look at
Yeah.
your team. Your
So I have
green screen.
I'll start from the top. Daniels is facing Atlanta.
Good
Atlanta.
matchup.
What?
It's a good matchup.
Yeah, 26th apparently according to Sleeper. Bottom of the barrel essentially. Um, who did Atlanta just play? I forget.
Giants. They destroyed them.
Giants. Yeah.
Atlanta's defense had 2 pick sixes, but I was against the Giants.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Giants offense is not that good. Yeah, I'm not worried there. That's Sunday Night Football. Kyron Williams in Arizona. Chuba Hubbard just got 35 points against Arizona, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what Kyron can do. Rashad White, He's been letting me down recently. He's just Bucky Irving's just frankly just better than him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he also had a costly fumble this game, Rashad White.
You gonna
But
go
he's
with White
facing
again?
Carolina,
Non
so I
Najee?
can't bench him. What?
Oh, you're gonna go with White, non Najee?
No way, because Carolina is the worst team against running backs. I have to play Rashad White,
Yeah.
and then I have my two Brown receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown and AJ Brown.
They
Amon-Ra is
have
facing
good.
San Francisco on Monday, and AJ Brown's Dallas on Sunday. I think AJ has the better matchup, but Amon-Ra is always like a good play. Like,
Yeah.
no concerns there, really. And Trey McBride, it's going to happen this week. The touchdown and the catches.
Yeah, it's a set and forget. Set and forget.
And Keenan though, Keenan is my earliest play this week, Thursday. So it's still a day later than yours though. So that's interesting.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be a sitting duck. But
Yeah.
but
But Keenan's facing Seattle, 22nd against wide receivers.
so a good
Mid-tier, I would
matchup.
say, pretty average.
Yeah.
So he's a red zone threat. Caleb is looking his way so many times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For sure.
yeah, I'm feeling pretty good going into this week.
Yeah. You're sitting pretty.
We just have to. They just gotta perform.
Yeah. Do you feel like of your? I guess I don't know if you remember the past histories, but your last finals run was against the Neil. How were you feeling about that one? Like going in?
I can pull that up right now. I have the league up. Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. Standings.
Also, like for the listeners, while you're pulling that up, this is our second fantasy final matchup against each other, and you won. I was a favorite last time. Then I got let down by Tyler Lockett. You never forget. In that game, so you won that, and I was also the highest seed. I was the number 1 seed that year.
Yeah, I think I was the 2 seed.
Yeah, so that was a good matchup. But unfortunately, not in my favor.
Yeah.
And I think I texted you this yesterday. I think of all the years in our league that we've played fantasy, like there's only been 1 year that neither of us was in the final. Obviously, you carried a big load with 5 finals appearances, but I'm not too far behind. Like considering like the first, I have three finals appearances. The first year, I pretty much did not. The first year, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just, that was a crazy year. A lot of history. But 3 finals appearances, but no ring yet. Nothing.
It could happen.
Yeah, it could happen this year. Hopefully,
You have some superstar players. Chase could definitely boom. Puka.
Yeah, sure. But that Chase matchup with Patrick Sutton is something.
All I'm hoping for is the meets expectation. Jamar Chase, 24.
You'll have no 50 points from Jamar Chase.
No, that's impossible. That's tough to recover from.
Yeah. I definitely need my savior. It definitely
need tomorrow to go well.
I need tomorrow to go well. I need the bad matchup against Derrick Henry. Yeah. And like obviously Mark Andrews also. I just needed to do his thing. Just like meets expectation. I don't expect too much from Mark Andrews. Just the nature of his position. Like anything above what is projected is just a plus at that point, because I don't think it defines like it's not always the key to me winning or losing matchups.
As soon as I say this, it's gonna turn around, I feel like. But are you concerned about Derrick Henry's not scoring a touchdown for 4 straight weeks?
That's the
It's gonna
thing.
as soon as you
Kind
said
of.
that, it's gonna happen, bro. It's literally gonna happen.
I've definitely noticed it. Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Uh, Derrick Henry. I don't mind the no touchdown if it results in like 20-point fantasy production.
Yeah,
Obviously, I would love the touchdown on top of that. But if it's like 20 points and zero touchdown, I'll take it rather than one touchdown and like 14 points, which
yeah,
is at like some games like that earlier in the
yeah.
season. So I just hope for the highest fantasy points possible. Yeah, I do. Yeah, tomorrow is a huge day for me, and we definitely set the tone for how this matchup is gonna go between us. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hoping for
you
20 points for my kicker.
20
That's
point. Wait, you have a kicker? Oh yeah, Fairbairn.
there,
You know
man.
what's crazy? That was obviously that was my kicker, and you picked him up when I made that decision to drop him. And I think, well, I was looking at it. I was like, last week definitely that decision helped me with
Definitely.
Lux scoring five
Yeah,
points, and only me. Only I still would have won, but
yeah.
definitely made the number of points I needed for my defense to be less. So with kicker is like, I definitely kick myself a little bit for dropping him, but it's not like the end of
It's
the
not
world.
the
It's not.
worst.
It's not the worst like decision
Yeah.
by stretch. So it is what it is.
Well, good luck, I'll say.
Yeah. Good luck to you. I'm believing
This
in
is a
my
weird
boys.
week,
I'm
though. It
riding
could
with my
happen.
boys.
Anything could happen.
It is. I'm not crazy
It's
about
like
it.
5 days of football. That's crazy.
Yeah, the NFL is trying to get all those prime time eyeballs.
Yeah. I'd rather have it all happen at once. Either I win or lose like on Sunday.
Yeah, it's just like I was looking to the fact that you have Amon Ra going on Monday. Like
Like it's it won't
even
be
if I'm up, like even let's say by some odd reason I'm up by like 30 points. Amon Ra is just definitely capable of putting up 30 points.
he is.
So I'm just I'm stuck no matter what. It's just like whatever it is, unless like my team just crash out early
Hmm.
and I already lost. Like Monday might be a stressful day,
And Monday will
but
be stressful. I'll be honest.
it's the last week of fantasy
Hoping we
football.
don't get there.
It's the last week of fantasy football. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We will see. Good luck, though.
Yeah, good luck to you too. I need my first chip. It's been, I've been so close so many times and struggling to win.
Hopefully, I don't know. May the best man win.
You're gonna say something there. You're gonna say like,
I was just gonna
continue.
say, like, if you manage to beat me, then by all means, like, great job. Like it's really like you had a great season this year, so that would be a good season. Good way
Yeah,
to cap off the seventh year.
yeah. I'm not mad at the team I've put together, but I would say this though. It's kind of nice that no disrespect to the other guys, but I think the two of us are probably up there in terms of the people that are putting in
Yeah.
the most effort into trying to build a good teams, build a good team. Like all the other guys have also tried. We have a very super competitive league.
Hmm.
Uh, like it would have been kind of not a disrespect to Max Libya, but kind of a disservice to the game if he wins it this year, just because like he doesn't
He
care. It
just
could
doesn't
give
pay
zero.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah, it could give zero facts about this, but he's doing it to make his friends happy. So shout out to Max on that. Uh so it would have been a slight disservice if he
Hmm.
made it in over you. That you've made the right moves, picked up the right players, you've been the most active in the trade market for sure. So it would be kind of a disservice to the game, to the integrity of the game, I guess, in a way. Not integrity, but that's fantasy.
Well, I beat him, so
Yeah, you made it through. You made it through to
we
the
made
other
it
side.
through.
Okay,
Yeah.
definitely one last thing though. A lot of this is that when you have sports finals and let's say like a I'm trying to think of NFL comparison. It's like the Chiefs Philly Super Bowl in a way that or like the no I'll say this I won't say the New England one that the
Hmm.
Philly I guess maybe that one too. It's more like that. I'll say it's more like New England Philly Super Bowl in which like people don't like both teams.
Yeah.
One because one that's been winning a lot, which is you, like a dynasty. So being New England, which is very fitting because you're a New England fan, like, and I'm a Philly fan, and one that like people don't like because of I don't know, they just hate their gut, and
Yeah.
which is kind of what I am
Oh
to
my
this league.
god.
Not that like obviously we are friends and we all like
I
each
just
other, but like for fantasy, I get on
I
people's
just
nerves.
had a nightmare thought.
What?
You're just bringing up Patriots, the Philly Patriots Super Bowl. Like if Jalen Hurts is out for some reason and you pick up like a random quarterback and that quarterback is the reason why you win the championship, that's
That
like
would be
Nick
crazy.
Foles.
That's an important. Yeah. So, but like, it's kind of that like most of the people, like James, I think James showed that as a guest last week. Do not want to see either of us in the final,
Yeah.
just because of the possibility of us winning. I think I have the most rivals in this league, which I still don't know why, but it's a sign of respect. Even though you've won 3 times and you made it to the final like 4, and now your 5th time. So it's that Super Bowl for our friends. So they're not happy by this,
Yeah.
and whoever wins, they're not really going to be happy for either. So to them, it's just like they could care less, and they don't want either of us to win. So that's our real life comparison for this matchup.
Hey, it's also this is the first year we're doing more more money to buy in.
Yeah.
So the winner
But how
gets
much
three
was it
hundred
buying?
dollars.
Three
Fifty
hundred
bucks.
dollars. How much does the second place get?
200.
200. Oh, so, and the last and third place gets 100.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Big pot.
Oh.
Honestly, being top two, I'm not mad at.
Yeah.
But the,
You'll
the,
end
the
up at
floor
least
being 200.
$200.
At least $200, I'm not mad at it. That will pay for my other league that I lost.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think we've come to the end of the show. You have any last thoughts?
Um Honestly no. I I'm just kind of just enjoying the season now and I'm not really looking at it statistically anymore.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
letting
going with
it.
the vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck to
Honestly,
each of
sometimes that's all you
us.
need.
Good luck to each of
Yeah.
us. We'll may the best man win. It's gonna be a good weekend. Sorry, week, not a weekend.
Yeah,
Week of
it's a
football.
it's a week of football. So annoying.
Yeah, I'm rooting against the Ravens tomorrow, so we'll see.
It's okay. I understand. I'll be rooting against them too if I was in your shoes. And just hoping for my guys to show up. I just need my guys to show up. They need to.
We'll see.
I need King Henry and Mark Andrews to set the tone. Set the tone again. And hopefully it's a good week.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps it up for the show. Thank you, our listeners, for listening. No, it's been a long season, and
Mm.
we're almost done here. As usual, you know where to find us. That's about it. All right, peace out. Good luck
Peace.
to both of us.
Peace.